Welcome. Today we're exploring a question that might surprise you. Is hell empty? I'm not talking about some distant theory, but a possibility rooted in Scripture, a possibility that challenges what many of us have been taught. Imagine this. No one is in hell yet. No flames, no torment, just silence. Let's dive into the Bible and see if this holds up. Most people assume that when someone dies in sin, they're sent straight to hell. It's a belief shaped by tradition, sermons, and stories passed down through time. But what does the Bible actually say? Let's look at Revelation 20, verses 13 and 14. It describes a future event. The sea gave up the dead who were in it, and death and Hades gave up the dead who were in them, and they were judged, each one according to their deeds. Then death and Hades were thrown into the lake of fire. This is the final judgment, a moment still ahead of us. Notice the order. The dead are held somewhere, judged, and only then does the lake of fire come into play. Could this mean hell as we imagine it hasn't started yet? Consider another clue. In Luke 16, Jesus tells the story of Lazarus and the rich man. After death, the rich man is in Hades, suffering, but is that the eternal hell we think of? Hades often appears in Scripture as a temporary place, a realm where souls wait, not the final destination. The lake of fire in Revelation seems different, a punishment that begins later. So perhaps no one has crossed that line into eternal torment, not yet. Jesus himself speaks of judgment in Matthew 25, saying to some, "Depart from me into the eternal fire prepared for the devil and his angels." It's a powerful warning, but it points forward to a time still coming. If souls were already in hell, why hold a final judgment? Why gather everyone again only to repeat what's already done? The pieces don't quite fit unless hell is still waiting to begin. This idea shifts the picture. The dead, whether righteous or wicked, might be in a state of rest or waiting.